All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go real quick on what I read. Some of them I didn't read. I just got it for covers and stuff. So I'm gonna go through it real quick. I got this Sonic the Hedgehog. I think it's the 75th anniversary or just the cover, but I like the cover. Uh, if you know anything about Sonic the Hedgehog comic books, I think they're really hard and rare to get. But some of them were worth a lot of money, and they have a big long run. They have a lot of side stories here and there. And the Sonic the Hedgehog comic books are pretty cool, man. So if you could get your hands on them, get your hands on them. All right, I got this Zootopia, man. I don't know why. I think my kids liked it really when they were younger, and this cartoon was pretty badass. I just got a #1 just to have it. I think later on in the future this might be worth something, just because the story is so good. And I don't know if this is based on the story, or just continues the story, but yeah, Zootopia #1. You know what you're gonna get into. All right, I got the Jim Henson Presents #1. I don't know if it came out this week or last week, but this was really good. I think it has 3 or 4 stories. Can't remember all of the stories, but they all has to do with them Henson puppets and all that stuff from back in the day. The one that stuck out with like Fraggle Rock and stuff like that. Yeah, man, it was good. You know what you're gonna get into when you read stuff like this. Each story had its own different type of art and reminded you back in the days if you grew up watching stuff like this. But if you want to go back and to get some nostalgia, from the Jim Henson stuff, yeah, I highly recommend that one. This is a pretty good read. All right, The Shadow of the Golden Crane. Yeah, it's really good. It was all right. It was good. I don't know if I'm gonna continue the story. It was only 4 parts, so I might. But yeah, it was good. It finished and it was entertaining enough for me to get that second issue. But if you like the Hellboy series and all this other stuff from it, yeah, man, I recommend this one too. It was a really good read. Not that bad. Not that bad. The Magik was okay. Really don't know if this is her first run or she had like other titles. I thinking she might. She's a very popular character, so I think she might have some other runs. But yeah, this was all right. It's about having to deal with seals that are going to unlock a baddie. I forgot the name of the demon or whatever is gonna escape. Had it written down. I can't remember. But yeah, it was all that. It was about all that. It was about her too, and the Dark Child, I think it's called. Her the demon that she withholds within herself came out and unleashed it. Her powers and all this other stuff. She becomes more badass of that shit too. But yeah, it was alright. It was alright. So I got this one, Daredevil. Yeah, I only got this for the cover. I have another one I might open, but if you guys know about the Red Band, man, you know that they sell you short on this shit, man. So they say it's explicit content, but not really, man. For real, they kind of just like a money grab. But I think the cover is beautiful. And if you don't know, I think Elektra is Daredevil. And then real quick, I got Department of the Truth. I think I've been falling behind on a couple of them. I had the whole run. I'll make another video of all the covers and all this other stuff. But if you know anything about the Department of Truth and you've read it, man, this shit is on some ill shit. It's about controversy and it's kind of some dangerous shit you don't want to talk about. You might get in trouble. But issues 27 and number 26 I got, and it has to do with Marilyn Monroe. And I have issue 25. I'm just going to share that one because I had that one and I had this one. Yeah. But if you, again, Department of Truth is something that I highly recommend if you get into comics. So if you haven't read it, or if people that have, you know what you can get into. That's a badass story. And then real quick, I'm going to talk about the Ultimate Wolverine. This is really badass, man. I got this cover and I got a variant cover. This one I won't open because I really think later on in the future, this is going to be worth money. It's like the Ultimate Spider-Man is worth money too. It's just a really badass story. I think there's a bunch of spoilers out there now, but yeah, he's like the Winter Soldier. And the whole story, he don't talk, but he's going up against motherfuckers, Colossus, Mystique, and Nightcrawler. And man, he don't hold back. Now, that Red Band that I was talking about earlier about explicit content, yeah, this shit had it, man. But I think it could have went a lot further, man. The art is bad, the composition is bad. I mean, like badass, what I meant to say. But everything's good about this comic book, man. I give it a top tier. I'm gonna be collecting the whole run. I don't know how many issues they're gonna come out with it, but yeah, this whole Ultimate Universe, man. they did Wolverine title justice. So I highly recommend this one. But the cover, this is the best cover so far. All right, guys, have a good one out there.